don't know if you're aware, but in the UK every year we produce in excess of 5 million tonnes of potatoes. That's a lot of digging. And today I'm going to be making my contribution to that 5 million tonnes because I'm emptying one of my potato buckets. I don't know what's in here. There could be several small ones or one large big one, but I'm going to find out. And once I've harvested these potatoes, I'm going to revitalise the soil and I'm going to plant some more. I'm Gang Gang. Welcome to the channel Gang Gang and Peanuts, 2 peas in a pod. Okay, so let's empty this out and see if there's anything in it. What? There. Now, this is my favourite part, looking for potato. Crikey, look at those tiny ones. And I've got to be honest with you, they are some of my favourite ones, even though they're very tiny. So let me have a dig around. Well, there's quite a few in here. Now the variety that I'm using are called Colleen, and they're a first early. And they've been in here for about 12 weeks or so. They're not too bad. Let's have a rummage. Let me keep digging around here. There's some more smaller ones. A few slightly bigger ones. Yeah, I do love this. Absolutely love it. I've always loved digging for potatoes ever since I was a kid. You never know what you're going to find. Hello. Oh, there's some better ones. There's some better potatoes. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I found so far. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, I love it. I just love digging for these potatoes. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to put some of this compost back into the bucket because in a moment I'll show you what I'm going to do with that compost. I'm going to reuse it. So there we are. That's my contribution to the 5 million tonnes of potatoes that are grown here in the UK every single year. And I've got to say, some of them look fantastic. I'm sure they're going to be delicious. Excellent. So once you've harvested all your potatoes, a little tip. Do not throw these small ones away just because they're tiny. These potatoes, if you lightly boil them, add some garlic butter, let it melt all over the top, add some chilli flakes or maybe some chopped chive or a spring onion, they are an excellent little snack. So keep hold of the baby potatoes. So now I'm going to plant some more potatoes. But before I can do that, I need to revitalise this compost. It's going to need some nutrients added. And there are 1 or 2 things that I add. Let me show you what they are. Now, one of the things I'll be adding is some fish blood and bone. And I'll also be adding another ingredient, and that is this. These little granules are called Spuds galore. And they're a balanced feed and are very good for growing potatoes, particularly in a bucket. So let me add some of this to this compost, give it a mix up, and then I can plant some more potatoes in the bucket. Excellent. Now I have the bucket, I have the revitalised compost. All I need now are potatoes. And these are the ones I'm going to use. These are Maris Pear. And they are a second early variety. And they will be ready 14 to 16 weeks, which is more or less the time between now and Christmas. And hopefully I shall have some potatoes for Christmas. Now these are the potatoes, and as you can see, they're not particularly large. However, they have started to chit because I've had these for a few weeks. And by allowing them to chit, that should get them away nice and early. All I need to do now is plant these in the bucket. Let's do it. So there's the compost that's been revitalised. It's about 3 inches from the bottom, and I'm going to put 3 seed potatoes in here. I shall put 1 in this side, like that. Pop 1 in there. I shall cover those with some compost another inch or 2, and then I'll plant a 3rd potato, probably in the middle. Let me do that. All I need to do now is top this bucket up to the top, and they should be ready to start growing away. So that's the bucket topped up. The last thing to do is to put on a label. Pop that in there, and then I know what they are. Excellent. So there we are. 1 bucket of potatoes harvested, the soil replenished and reused and revitalised, and some potatoes planted for Christmas. And hopefully those potatoes will be making an appearance in the run up to Christmas, and that will add to the 5 million tonnes of potatoes that are grown in the UK every single year. Anyway, thank you very much for taking time to watch this video. Now remember that what I do is not necessarily the right way, it's just my way. That's what I'm showing you in this video. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider clicking on the subscribe button and come along and join us, or leave a comment, or give us a big thumbs up and click on the like button. So that's it from me. This is Gang and Peanut, 2 peas in a pod, and as ever, until next time, take care. Bye.